below zero. It was a mixture of heavy snow and freezing black ice. Charlotte with the details on where was affected.
So with the Christmas getaway in full swing, up to 12 million drivers are expected on the roads today and tomorrow. And the Met Office says the worst conditions are in Scotland and Northern England, where it's been snowing heavily. It's also warning drivers in Scotland, England and Northern Ireland to watch out for icy roads, with also the possibility of freezing fog. Now, there's been a large pile-up involving 20 vehicles on the M27 in Hampshire, and that's now closed between junctions 3 and 4. And in Cornwall, the A30 has now reopened, but there are still delays there at the moment. Accidents also closed sections of the M20 in Kent, the A27 in East Sussex and the A66 in Cumbria. And the Highways Agency say they're continuing to monitor the situation on the roads.
This year we've been lucky that a lot of people have taken that we should have trouble-free journeys.
For those of you hoping to fly, there's more disruption expected at airports across the country, including Heathrow, Gatwick, Edinburgh, Aberdeen and Glasgow. And last night, passengers in Glasgow reported having to wait for hours as airport staff tried to clear the snow away from the runway. EasyJet have cancelled flights this morning from Glasgow, as well as dozens from Gatwick, Stansted, Luton, Manchester, Liverpool and Bristol. British Airways say most of their flights are running this morning, but they have cancelled a couple of flights between Glasgow and Heathrow. And the advice in general for passengers is to check with your airline before you leave home. Onto the railways, and Southern Trains have cancelled dozens of services today, and they're warning passengers to expect delays, especially for those travelling from Brighton to London Victoria. And after 4 days of travel misery on the Eurostar, still a lot of disruption, I'm afraid. The company says the backlog of passengers from the weekend has now been cleared, but there'll be a restricted service running over Christmas. They say that customers who were due to travel between last Saturday and Christmas Eve will be able to use their tickets either today or tomorrow. And Eurostar are saying that they'll try to give those passengers a seat on the next available train.
Well, indeed, all weather dependent, of course, which brings me to Lucy, our weather presenter, here beside me now. What is the forecast for the next couple of days?
Well, it's going to stay very wintry, very cold. Temperatures barely above freezing today once more, with frost, ice, black ice, slushiness, refreezing on those frozen surfaces. Temperatures as low as -6 and -7 out there today. And on top of all of this, patches of dense freezing fog through Greater London, the Thames Valley, the home counties across the M4 corridor. So again, causing some disruption for the Christmas getaway.
Yeah, including flights, of course.
Including flights.
Because Heathrow is in that M4 corridor.
It
Right,
is.
what do we see on your map here?
This is today's midday snapshot. You can see temperatures barely above freezing point. So there'll be a misty murkiness lingering across the southeast today. That's how low the temperatures are.
Oh, midday today?
Yeah, we've just gone through to 6 p.m. So this is this evening's rush hour, really dull and damp, with flakes of snow, some sleet and slush on the roads. Again, through the M4 and through, snow will melt.
OK, Lucy, thank you very
You're
much
welcome.
indeed. 10 minutes' time, full weather forecast from Lucy, incidentally. Right after the break, it's the sport from Jackie.
When we'll have the latest on Michael across the country. Charlotte's at the news wall with the details.
Well, up to 12 million drivers are expected on the roads today and tomorrow, and the Met Office saying the worst conditions in Scotland and Northern England, where it's been snowing heavily. It's also warning drivers in Scotland, England and Northern Ireland to watch out for icy roads and also freezing fog. Now, there's already been a large pile-up on the M27 in Hampshire. That's now closed between junctions 1 and 4. And accidents have also closed sections of the M20 in Kent, the A27 in East Sussex and the A66 in Cumbria. In Scotland, heavy snow has closed parts of the A68, the A93 and also the A9. And the Highways Agency say that they continue to monitor the situation.
This year we've been lucky that a lot of people have taken the entire week off, so people have been staggering the journeys. Over the next couple of days, yes, it's going to be busy. Should have trouble-free journeys.
Bad news for those hoping to fly from Southampton Airport. The runway's been closed because of ice and all flights are grounded. EasyJet's cancelled dozens of flights this morning from Glasgow, Gatwick, Stansted, Luton, Manchester, Liverpool and Bristol. And British Airways are saying that most of their flights are running this morning, but they have cancelled a couple of flights out of Heathrow. And the general advice for passengers is do check with your airline before you leave home. Now on the railways, there are delays on southern and southeastern trains, and after 4 days of travel misery on Eurostar, still a lot of disruption. The company does say that the backlog of passengers from the weekend has now been cleared, but there will be restricted services running right over Christmas. Customers who were due to travel between last Saturday and Christmas Eve will be able to use their tickets either today or tomorrow, and Eurostar say that they'll try to give those passengers a seat on the next available train.
Thanks very much.